Hey guys, welcome back to the Fit Girl and the Fat Boy channel. My husband is not with us tonight, but he is right over there working. And so I decided to do this video without him because this is such a great recipe to do because it is so quick and it's so easy. And let me give you a little bit of insight of why I'm doing it tonight. So we just took a trip to Culebra, Puerto Rico, and I did not meal prep ahead of time. Usually I will make something ahead of time and then I'll put it in the freezer so right when we get back from out of town, it's good to go, and I didn't. But this is my go-to recipe when we do come from out of town or just somewhere I need a recipe really quick and I can throw it in a bowl, mix it up, and throw it in the oven. So listen guys, this recipe is 8 ingredients, quick ingredients, and takes less than 10 minutes and it's delicious. So if you haven't guessed it, it's meatloaf. Actually, let's see what Chris is doing real quick. Babe.
Yes.
I'll let the camera know that you're not with us tonight to film this meatloaf recipe. That's so good.
Why meatloaf!
Mom! Working.
Mom! Meatloaf! I never know what she's doing up there. I'm excited about meatloaf. I love meatloaf. My roommate in college used to make meatloaf. You smothered ketchup on it, and it was, oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, I swear we're going to have good ketchup.
Oh, I know, because I've been listening. Sugar-free ketchup, which just going to throw this out there, people, don't think it's going to taste as good as Heinz 57.
Well, we'll see.
But I'll be the judge of that.
Taste test coming. So whether you're following paleo, 2030, whatever it might be, this is a great recipe for you and the family, and it's moist and delicious. So again, main thing is it is low carb. So what you're gonna do is take 2 pounds of lean ground beef. I always use 93.7. Once you have the 2 pounds of lean ground beef, you're gonna throw in 2 whole eggs. So 1/2 cup of onion, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 8 cloves of minced garlic, 1/2 cup of almond flour, and 3 ounces of organic tomato paste. So just mix that up. So as you're mixing this, we're gonna be adding in homemade tomato sauce at the end. We're just about to be done mixing this up. Remember not to over mix. Now, all we're gonna do is grease a loaf pan. After you have greased that loaf pan, pour the meat in it. So we're going to stay tuned to the end of this recipe because we're also going to make a homemade ketchup to put on top of it. So here we are, guys. We are going to take this beautiful thing of meat we have here and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. After that, we're gonna put this homemade ketchup that we're about to make on here and put that on top. So let's go ahead and put that in the oven and then we'll get to the homemade ketchup. Okay, so now for the homemade ketchup recipe. Guys, look, 3 ingredients and that is it. Well, really 4 ingredients because we're gonna season it with some onion powder. So all you're gonna need is 14.5 ounces of tomato paste. You can use tomato sauce if you want. That's no problem at all. And just put that in the saucepan. And the other thing we have is stevia and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. 1 packet of stevia, 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. So stir that, and then we're gonna season this with onion powder. Just to taste. So that's it, guys. Let this simmer until it thins out. So the ketchup is done. So here's the deal. I use tomato paste because it takes a little bit less longer to cook, and I like it thick for the things that I use ketchup with. If you want to make it a little bit thinner, you can always add more distilled vinegar. Remember though, a little bit goes a long way. Or you can always add water to make it more thin. So don't do this and be like, oh, that recipe is so gross. I can't do that, it's too thick. Well, y'all have changes. Add less or more of the stevia. Add less or more of the onion powder, wherever that went. So, and do it to your liking, and then you can do it to your liking every time like that. Okay, I really messed up that accent. Sorry to all the family we have in England. I will say that the homemade ketchup is different than the regular ketchup that you're used to or that we've grown up with, because that is high fructose corn syrup, which makes it delicious, right? Well, especially delicious when that's what we're used to. So we're used to that kind of sugar taste and it brings it out. But if you really think about it, ketchup can really just be like, it's made from tomatoes, distilled vinegar, sugar. So this is just a little bit different, but I will tell you, when you get used to this and the family gets used to it, to go back to the regular Heinz ketchup or whatever ketchup you might use that has the extra sugar added into it and the high fructose corn syrup, you can taste the chemicals in it, and it's crazy how bad it is. And it's crazy how much our taste buds change. So I highly recommend use this. Start getting used to it. Just get the family used to it. It might take some time, but it is so much better for you, and you won't have this crazy insulin spike that makes your, or have crazy sugar spike that makes your insulin spike, and that's what can make us feel so bad and not feel happy. So now we're gonna pull out the meatloaf. It's been 30 minutes. So we have the meatloaf. So you are gonna take about 1/3 of your tomato sauce or your tomato ketchup and put it right on top. Okay, here we go. Now put it back in the oven for 25 to 35 minutes. You just want to make sure the internal temperature is 165 degrees. Okay, so low carb, delicious meatloaf is done. But here's the deal, guys. Wait 10 minutes before cutting this, because any type of meatloaf, well, and really anything you make with ground meat, but especially this kind with almond flour, it's gonna be really moist and really crumbly. So you've gotta make sure that it cools for at least 10 minutes before cutting it. And just be careful when you cut it too, okay? We are serving this with a side of asparagus and a skillet of water and salt, and that is it. It'll be good to go. Taste test coming. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure that you like, please comment if you tried it or you have any questions. I love to answer questions, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Hey, babe.
Did you go kind of crazy on that asparagus?
Was a little salty.
A little salty.
Sorry about that. I'll wash it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Holy crap.
You're on for video. So, okay, here is the meatloaf.
Okay, meatloaf. Is this healthy, or is this just... That's really good.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
That's excellent. It's perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, I give it 2 thumbs up. That's impressive. Is it healthy?
Yeah.
Like
No
super
carb.
healthy?
No carbs at all. Well, very low carb because of almond flour. And the ketchup is the homemade ketchup.
I like that homemade ketchup on this. Alright. I don't know if it's something you would want to dip your french fry though. But for this, that's where it's at. That's good.
Okay, thanks. Bye. We're out.